Doing good. Here with Aaron Gibson, Durant, Oklahoma.
Nice to meet you. Good to see
I
you.
do like coming out here.
Do you?
Yeah. It's got a unique feel to it.
Durant's it's got that small town vibe. Not too much traffic.
Nope.
It's easy to get around. It's cool spots. I like it.
Easy drive.
Glad to be here.
Very relaxed, very chill, and they've actually got things going on out here. 2 dances. Got
Yeah.
one tonight at 6 Mondays, where they're giving, I guess, Western
I
dance
guess.
lessons.
Dance classes, yeah.
Saturday nights.
I never learned how to dance. I was always on stage playing the music for people to dance to.
Right, exactly. You're the one making the music for folks.
Yeah, I never was good at two-stepping, so.
I just learned this year, and I'm baby steps.
Yeah.
No, and I'm excited to talk to you today about
Yeah.
Wasetta Switch,
Good
of
to talk
course.
to you. Yeah,
You're
sure.
the lead singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about it, because y'all have what I would call like soul of rock music. It's real rock.
Yeah.
It's got that regional flair. It's like when I listen to indie, I enjoy it, but it's like a different take on the recipe, right?
Yeah.
You guys are like the apple pie with real apples,
yeah. It's at
real
home-
handmade
it's homegrown.
flour. It's homemade, exactly. It's
Sure.
homemade. It's the real stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Started a band in, my senior year of high school with a bunch of guys that aren't in it anymore. It's evolved over the years. So got a bunch of new guys in. Now I've had this lineup for about 3 years now. Really great guys that play with me. We've been, just playing all these little honky tonks all over Oklahoma and Texas, and playing some bigger shows here every now and then when we can, and trying to spread the music out as far as we can. Want people to hear the stuff that we're coming up with. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and speaking of which, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that's how we met, was last year.
Yeah.
Music on Main in Denison, yeah.
We were watching, I think, Jared Mitchell, or maybe might have been
From what I recall, he was playing
Jonathan
keyboard,
Tyler.
right?
Yeah, Jonathan
Yeah.
Tyler. We were watching Jonathan Tyler, and my buddy Sevens Henderson was playing keyboards. He used to play in my band. Yeah.
Ah, that
That's
was
what
the
it
story. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
No,
It's good to see you again. Yeah, it's been a while. Surprised you remembered who I was.
Yeah, it's something. I do have a memory. It's one of my few
I do-
redeeming qualities.
I got a pretty good memory too. Yeah. Yeah. That's gotta have a pretty good memory to remember a lot of words and stuff. So I got a decent one.
No, I believe it. And yeah, and you've been here for all your life. You were telling me, right? Here in Durant.
Yeah. Yep. Durant. Well, I went to school in Caddo, just north of here. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to school in Caddo, graduated from Caddo, went to college for a year in Durant, and then started playing music at the bars and stuff. And I just decided to pursue that. I've always worked around town, worked in Durant, so yep, it's a good
Makes
place
sense.
to be.
No,
I
yeah.
like it. I like
Makes
it all
sense to
right.
follow your passion,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
sure.
I think what y'all are doing is gonna have a lot of momentum.
Yeah, we're trying to pick it up right now. We got, like I was telling you, we got that new single we got recorded that we'll be releasing, in the next month or so, and we'll do some, promotion work with that, some video and stuff, and try to get the wheels going on it and get it out on the radio, and try to get it picked up, and,
Of course,
try to
exactly.
get the steam rolling, get some followers, get a lot of people out to the shows.
No, yeah, exactly. Which y'all's YouTube channel is fantastic. I mean, the quality, because y'all have sort of a video that I would consider to be sort of a hype video.
Yeah. Good buddy of mine. He's from Durant also. He lives down in, I think he lives in Plano, McKinney area. Jimmy Tran.
Oh, no kidding.
He made that video for us. Yeah, he came out to. We were playing in the Battle of Bands at Bubba's Brew House here in Durant, and I think we were in the semifinals, and he came out and did that video for us. And he did a really great job on it. He's got a videography, photography business called Transform Visuals. So, yeah.
Okay. No
Just
wonder.
name drop that out there. He does really
yeah.
good work. He's really awesome. He does weddings and parties, and he does a lot of weightlifting videos, stuff like the CrossFit, all kinds of stuff.
So you'll cover tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah, he does all kinds of stuff. He
Okay.
does really good videography work.
Yeah, it was top notch, man.
Yeah. We really can't thank him enough for that video. It's got a lot of streams and stuff. So it definitely helped us get the word out there. Helped us win that battle of the bands. So yeah, we ended up.
And y'all did end up winning.
Yeah, we ended up taking first place in the battle of bands, and that's how we went in that. We got to record the single, and that's how we got our new single. So
I see. Okay. And so I wonder, how do y'all facilitate the development of new songs? Because I know one of my favorite bands of all time, Grizzly Bear. For Vecatimus, I don't know if you're familiar with some of their stuff. They would go to this island out in New York, and I think spend months there.
oh really? Yeah, just coming up with new stuff.
Yeah, just coming up with new stuff, sort of off the grid.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to do it. That'd be ideal, but
In the ideal world, yeah, right. Exactly.
usually, like for this newest single that it's called "Last Place Number One." Actually wrote it in one night with a buddy of mine, Zach Jones, and my older brother, Evan Gibson. We talked that day. He's like, you wanna get together tonight, try to write something? And he came over, and my brother came over, and we sat down in a room and drank a couple beers, got the guitar out, and played for about 2 or 3 hours and came up with that song. And I took it to the band, and they all really liked it, and we voted to record that one for our newest single. So
I see. So it's kind of started off like a jam session.
Yeah. We just kind of tossed some ideas around, played some different melodies, and just started kind of singing some. Usually for me, I don't really write much. I like to play and try to sing some stuff, and then I'll either record it or have somebody else write it down, and notate it for me, and then we kind of go back through and piece it back together, take the parts we like, scrap the parts that didn't work or whatever, and kind of form it like that. And that's what me and Zach Jones, and my brother, we just kind of sat down that night and just were bouncing lines off each other. And is that one good? Oh, that was better, and picking,
Okay.
And so came up. I think that song's gonna be a really good one for us. It's probably one of my favorite of our original songs. It's got some depth to it. I think it's got a turn of phrase in it. The last place, number one.
Yeah. Just the name itself is intriguing.
The song itself it's kind of like back and forth, it's like a bad thing and a good thing. And yeah, you'll have to hear it when I get it released. Maybe before this podcast comes out, you can tag in and tell them when it comes out, so they can check it out. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And I really enjoy those. I enjoy songs that do, sort of have that element of a story in them.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's always been kind of hard for me to write, like a story, especially with characters. I've never been able to write songs with like characters in them. It's always been something that's kind of intriguing. I've always wanted to. But
I see. To sort of create like a.
Like just a mini story, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Turnpike Troubadour is a band I love a lot. Like Evan Felker, their lead singer, he writes a lot of songs that are stories with characters, that takes you through a whole, journey with them and stuff. It's really neat. I've always been impressed with people that can do that.
Right. How they can make an album, right, that has some sort of progression.
Yeah. Especially like a concept album. There's a lot of old albums like that. The album's kind of dead now. People, are all about streaming and playing singles on Spotify and stuff, and people aren't making albums on vinyl, as much. I mean, I know vinyl's made a comeback, but back in the day when people were recording records, they knew it was going straight to vinyl, and that you would listen to one side of it and then flip it and listen to the other side straight through.
Right.
So the songs kind of went together or flowed. They tried to have more of a flow on the album. I feel like a lot of those Beatle albums, concept albums and stuff. And that's something that I think we're kind of missing these days.
It makes sense, right? Because these days, you go on Spotify and it doesn't matter where the song order is. Usually you gravitate towards the one with the most popularity.
Yeah, or you just listen to a playlist or whatever, and it's just a bunch of different artists. Yeah.
And I mean, in a way, it does make for some treats, though, because, there's something special about making a playlist out of songs from big bands that no one's really ever heard of.
Yeah, for sure.
You play something different there. You
hear something you might never would have heard.
Exactly.
Unless if you still had to go to a record store and buy the record.
Right.
Or listen to it on the radio. Yeah.
Like where you would have
a lot of stuff you don't hear on the radio. Some of the best music I know you never hear on the radio. So some of the worst music I know is on the radio all the time.
All the time. Yeah, that's the thing about radio, right?
Yeah, not a lot you can do with it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean,
I mean, it does make for an interesting dynamic, though.
I like the local radio. I listen to Mad Rock and stuff. You know, I think they do a good job. And Mix 96.1 here in Durant. They do. We've done some interviews with one of the guys there, Derek Reed, and he's been really cool to us, and we like that station. So.
And I don't think I've heard that one. I don't think I've heard the 96.1.
Yeah, I think it's a kind of modern music, but they played some of our stuff in rotation before, so we always appreciate that. We've done some interviews and YouTube videos and stuff with Derek. Derek's really cool.
Oh,
Really
okay.
cool guy, Derek Reed. Yeah.
Well, I don't know who inspired you, but when I listen to Vagabond, that's like gym music, my man. That's like AC/DC. It's like, let's go.
It's kind of
one
a-
more rep.
Kind of a Led Zeppelin vibe was what we were going with on that song. My guitar player, Zach Vomby, he wrote that song, and he wrote the lick. It's got a pretty driving lick.
Oh,
in the
yes,
song.
driving is the term.
And he wrote that riff and brought it to us, and we thought it's the last song on the album. We thought this would be our really hard rock song, you know.
Go out with a bang. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, we like playing that one live. We close the show with that one pretty often. We extend it out. It's one of our longest songs for sure.
That's smart, though. That's strategic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we like it.
smart.
Yeah, that one's neat.
And the show with a bit of fire.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Some lasers, fog.
No, I enjoyed all the songs on the album. I liked Runaway as well. I thought that one.
Yeah, that one's cool. It's got a lot of piano in it. That's Seven Henderson. He did a great job on the piano on that album. We recorded that whole album in just 2 days with Mike McClure down in Ada, and Sevens, and everybody did a great job getting that stuff knocked out. We did 6 songs, all multi-tracked, and in 2 sessions from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. 2 days in a row.
No kidding.
Yep.
7 to 3, putting in a shift.
Yeah,
Which
that's the Mike McClure shift, 7 to 3.
Woo!
Yep. And the Boo Hatch.
Which it's interesting because I think when it comes to creative endeavors, right? You've probably seen this. Obviously, you definitely had to have had seen this in your touring. That you have to have a certain fortitude, right?
Oh, yeah,
Willpower to
definitely.
stay in it.
Yeah, a lot of people drop out of it for sure. I mean, you don't always win for sure. A lot of times you feel like what you're doing is not really worth the hassle. But if it's something you really love or really passionate about, you always stick with it. We have a song that's kind of about that. Me and Alex, my other guitar player, Alex Pitts, we wrote a song. It's called All These Miles, and it's going to go on our next record. It's basically about that struggle. You know, I'm driving all these miles, and I don't even know if it's worth it. You know, it's a neat song about that kind of A lot of musicians, you know, have a song about that, like the struggle of staying in it when it just doesn't seem like it's worth it for sure.
I feel like rappers do that a lot, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just talking mostly about their money and cars.
For sure, there's a lot of that, and then sort of showing off. But in a way, you know, when I break it all down, it kind of seems like it stems from that, right? It's sort of like, hey,
I saw a video the other day of Post Malone that he was saying, I think rap's basically just like country music. I was like, I don't know. I guess I could kind of see it. I don't know. Kind of get his point, but I'm not sure if I totally agree with that.
Right. It might have been a bit of a square peg, circle hole sort of thing. But I do like Post Malone.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
do enjoy his
like
stuff.
it.
And
Definitely.
I think Congratulations is one of those songs, right? That kind of,
Yeah.
it's pretty uplifting.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it
I
makes
like
you
that
think,
one.
right? It's like, he made it. It's sort of like
Yeah.
finish line music. Roll the credits. We're
Yeah.
good. We're riding into the sunset.
That's right, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And I think, you gotta have those songs, the ones of the trials and the tribulations of staying in it, like you said, because
Wouldn't be real if you didn't.
whew, right. I mean,
That's what we try to write songs that are real to us, and hopefully they're real to the people that listen to them, you know, and people can relate to them and you know, take them to heart.
yeah, I feel like I could relate to Sabotage Bracer only in that aspect.
Yeah, I hear you. my brother actually, he wrote that song. He could have definitely told you he related to it when he wrote it. Yeah. Yep, that's one of those ones that a lot of people can relate to, I think.
But it's one of those things, right? I think there's that that dynamic in any relationship, right? When you're, whether it's romantic or even with friends, sometimes you can be humble to a fault where you're just, man, I don't know if I'm good enough for this, or even opportunities, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
definitely.
oh, I've got this big thing up ahead, but
I don't know
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm cut out for it or whatever. Yeah, for sure.
And it's a shame, right? Because
I think it's a pretty common feeling. For sure.
Yeah, no, it is, and you sort of lose, you lose the bonus sort of advantage that you'd have from having that confidence, having that, because obviously nobody wants to be cocky, right?
Right. Yeah.
I feel like there's always a conscious effort to avoid it, but in a way, I don't know which one's worse, right? It's going in there being capable, but being doubtful, or being overconfident. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You definitely have to have confidence.
Got to just believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Gotta say, okay, we're doing this.
Just can't be cocky.
Can't be too cocky, for sure. I feel like you leave yourself exposed if you go that route, right?
Yeah.
If you get too big-headed, there'll always be
Definitely.
someone.
Yeah. Somebody can always put you in your place.
Unless you're Conor McGregor.
I don't know. Or you could be Mayweather. Somebody put it.
That is true, though. That is true, though. That is true. There is that. I guess. Yeah. There is that. That was a good boxing match.
Yeah. A lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, me too. It was kind of scary because McGregor was kind of landing at the beginning.
I didn't actually watch it. I was watching Reed Southall Band at Bubba's play for Bubba Palooza.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I watched the highlights like a normal person would do.
Yeah,
instead of
exactly.
going and paying a bunch of money to do it.
I know, because the pay-per-views are expensive, and everybody knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
I
guess there was a bunch of people had a lot of money riding on it. I guess.
Yeah.
People had to watch.
Just to see what happens. Because I remember going into a mixed martial arts gym, and I said, "Okay, what do y'all think was gonna happen?" And I'll tell you, in unison, they all said Mayweather.
Yeah, I bet.
That was it.
They knew.
The discussion was over. Exactly. They're like Mayweather. All right, what's next?
Yeah, I feel like most people that are really pay attention to that stuff knew what was going to happen.
Yep.
It's just the big Conor McGregor fans that thought he could actually win.
Yeah. They wanted to see him win, and that was sort of Mayweather's.
I kind of did too.
Oh yeah.
I thought it'd been cool.
It would have been, because it would have made history, right? It would have been pulling off the impossible.
Yeah.
Because that's sort of how Mayweather engineered his career, right? He had this style where he was technical. He'd break people down mentally. He'd break people down in terms of
Stamina.
points. Yeah, stamina. Woo. And he'd win, but he'd always have that build-up.
Yeah.
He was the heel. It's like WWE. He'd be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see him go down. Oh, he's gonna go down this fight, and then it didn't happen. Okay, well, next fight for sure.
Yeah.
Next fight for sure, and it's next fight. He was 50
Never
and
did.
up.
Yep. 50
right?
and 0. Yep. I think so.
Think about that in life. You can't be undefeated. Imagine doing that throughout a
for
career
sure.
like that. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Definitely awesome.
Oh man, but I always like talking about that. I always like talking about going back to the whole creativity aspect of things. I always like talking about sort of the struggle and because part of why I'm doing this whole podcast thing is to inspire people who have ideas, right? Locally.
I think it's cool to put out content, and just be creative. Anything. I think a lot of people don't think they have a talent or a knack for something, and I mean, there's millions of people on YouTube and the internet that have made tons of money by just doing something crazy like making slime videos or something insane, I mean,
The coning thing, you remember that with the ice cream?
Yeah, anything can be
done.
done.
Grab the ice cream itself and just let it drop.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can go viral really easy. I mean, if you think you can have a cool conversation, anybody can do a podcast or make a YouTube videos if you think you're funny. And I just feel like, especially around here or in the Midwest or smaller towns, like people don't realize. Like I know so many people that are hilarious and so many great musicians and stuff that maybe if they were in LA or somewhere they could be famous, but or
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. Exactly. Because it's the same sort of sensation that I get and the sense that I feel, right, when I talk to some folks is that, like humble to a fault, to where
yeah,
they could be doing something, they could get out there, but it's that fear, right, of just stepping out, just stepping through the door. Like they don't know what's past that door.
it's definitely
I don't know if I should go in.
definitely a big risk to take and stuff.
For sure.
Doing,
for sure.
Doing anything like that, or especially if you're self-conscious or anything like that, like stepping on stage. 10 years ago, I wouldn't have picked up a guitar and played in front of 10 people. But
Oh wow.
and when I was in
Really?
when I was in college, I had a business and professional speaking class, and the first assignment we had was you had to stand in front of the class and recite like a minute of anything, and I dropped it because I was like, I'm not standing in front of all those people and talking. I was playing music at that time, but some people I can be in front of people. I got a guitar around my neck and I'm singing, but I don't want to just stand in front of people and give a speech or anything. So everybody has something different that they don't like to do or don't think they're good at.
That's fascinating, right? Because like you're pointing out.
But I had to get out there and overcome that fear and stuff. I probably could get in front of people now and talk.
Oh yeah, easily. No, easily. But it's interesting, right? Because both of them are on a stage.
Yeah, for sure. I remember when I first started playing. I was young. I didn't even really have a full set of music. I don't think when I started playing shows, acoustic shows and stuff. And I remember like if I would mess up the word, like forget the words to a song while I was playing, like turning like beat red, getting like super hot, like just thinking like, oh, what's the freaking words? Like, how do I get out of this?
And I'll tell you, it gives me goosebumps because I can relate.
Yeah.
You put yourself out there, then you realize, wait, everything's falling apart.
Yeah, what am I doing?
Next thing you know, like you said, you're looking like a tomato up there.
Yeah, and really, people probably aren't even paying attention. I mean,
thank you.
Nobody cares. Nobody's even gonna notice.
I've been saying this.
Except my dad. He always notices when I mess up words when I'm singing. He's like, "What was up with that?" After the show, I'm like, "Come on, dude."
That's good. That's good. You gotta have that, right? Those people who are honest.
That person that grounds you.
Exactly. They keep you grounded. You think, yeah, I killed it tonight. And then you go see them and they go, hey,
what was up with that? You think you were out of tune on that song.
Exactly. Right. I think you were fumbling a little bit, and I kind of caught that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, all right. Gotta stay on your toes.
My guitar player Alex always keeps me grounded. Anytime I think I do anything good, he's like, that sucked. Come on, son. What are you doing? Change your guitar strings. Everything you got sucks.
Yeah, because I think that it's sort of it's like the spectrum, right? And both of them lead to the same thing, which is stagnation.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're too self-conscious, you're too cautious, you're too careful, you're never getting anything done. You're
right.
way too shocked to even make a move. But if you're way too cocky, you're like, man, I don't need to do anything. I don't even need to practice.
Yeah.
Right? I don't need to practice for this show. I know what I'm doing.
I don't know, man. It's been weird. Like playing, always felt like the weeks that we practiced too much, we ended up having a bad show. And then the weeks that we only practiced like once, show went better. I don't know. But I'm probably wrong.
No, I don't think that's wrong at all. Because I don't think it would take that much maintenance for you guys, right? In order to keep your skills sharp, right?
When we were playing, we don't always play every weekend or nothing, but when we were, like a couple years ago, we were playing, every Friday, Saturday, for months at a time, and you get in a groove, you playing the same songs, you start getting in a pretty good groove, and so really just one rehearsal a week or whatever keep you really tight. Everybody gets good on their own, and then everybody practices on their own when they come together. It helps out a lot. Everybody's putting in the work at home, going over the songs on their own time. That's how we try to do it.
That makes sense. Exactly. Not only do y'all have the
It's a pain in the ass. It's like hard to get everybody together for a practice, and
it's gotta be, because everyone's got different schedules.
we all live kind of spread apart, we all have jobs, so most of the time we practice, it's like on a Monday or Tuesday, at like 5 or 6 in the afternoon, and you know, we get to go all meet up somewhere and set all the equipment up, and then you know, we get we might have 2 hours to practice.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And then you got to tear it all back down and put it back in the trailer and get it, you know.
So it's not that simple, right?
Yeah.
It's not as simple as it sounds on the outside, to where you say, okay, yeah, we'll just get together, we'll practice.
Everybody, well, I mean, I think a lot of people think that being in a band is like a cop out for having a real job, but
Right.
we all have real jobs,
You have real jobs and the band.
and the band's super hard. Playing the music has always been the fun. Like, that's the reason we all do it, is to spend that, you know, the hour or the 90 minutes that we're on stage. You know, it pays, it outweighs the struggle, you know, of buying all the gear and all the practices and the hours driving and the gas and the setup and the tear down. It's all for that 90 minutes that we're on the stage playing, you know. It's all worth it in the end, for me. Always has been. Not
You're
always.
right.
It's not about the money, really. I mean, it's nice to get a little bit of money back on the on the music that we put out. You know, it costs a lot of money to put out a record, or even to just put out one song. It costs a lot of money to do the video stuff and photography, any of that stuff. So any feedback that we get on it, you know, we really appreciate it, and we, you know, really hope that people can relate to our music and it can reach them and they can, you know, find it and enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
We put in a lot of time for it, time and effort to making it for people.
Which that I know for a fact. And I want to make it a thing, is to keep exposing bands like you guys.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Because y'all are crushing it. You know, these days, you can afford to tap into that local side, because we all know the big names, right? We all know Drake, we all know Ariana Grande, da. But you've got people coming up now, and they have the platform to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike ever before.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
y'all handle it yourselves. Y'all, you know, you take care of yourselves. You put your own music.
Social media is one of the biggest parts of it now. Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that. And like I said, all the streaming sites. Most of the music that people are listening to is on Spotify or Apple Music. You know, so social media is the best way to get out and get your stuff out there nowadays. You don't have to just try to get it to the radio stations or, you know, try to get radio play or try to get record sales, because people are going to listen to it. They can listen to it on their own time. It's just, our goal is just to try to get as many people out to the shows as we can. They can buy some t-shirts and some CDs, some stickers or whatever, and have a good time. That's all. The best feeling in the world is if people are, you know, out there singing the lyrics back to your song that you wrote, or you can see that they're dancing or having a good time. You know, that's what it's all about.
I believe it. No, I believe it.
Sure.
And the local flair is there. I mean, you guys put Durant on the map for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when I'm walking these streets, the soundtrack is Wasetta Switch. You know what I mean? So I think there is something special about supporting local artists. And what
Definitely.
they do.
Yeah,
You know, they
there's
color your setting. They color your background. They
Yeah.
color your city.
There's a bunch of local musicians around here that are really great. That, you know, I'm appreciative to a lot of them for helping me come up. You know, when I was younger, you know, starting out, a lot of dudes around here were really nice to me and helped me. Like Zach Jones, I was telling you, he's a musician that's been playing for a lot longer than I have. You know, and he was a good help. You know, when I started, all these guys have been really cool to me and really appreciate them all. And there's a really good music scene here that I hope people can find and enjoy it, because there's a lot of guys out here that are putting in a lot of work and making some really good music. My buddy Oliver White, he hosts open mic night every Wednesday at Bubba's Brew
no kidding.
House, and he's one of the best musicians I've ever met. You know, and there's a lot of good musicians like him around here. So
Yeah, gotta get the name out on those. And I'm hoping that productions kind of like, you know, this podcast of mine will do that.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
Denison and Sherman is close by. It's only, 25 minutes? Something
Yeah.
like that? This is some awesome variety right here. And it's shorter of a drive than going out to DFW.
yeah, for sure, and you don't have to deal with the traffic.
Oh man, that traffic is just insane.
It's hard for us to play down there on Friday afternoons and stuff, because we don't know if we'll be able to get down
You
into
gotta
the
plan it, yo.
Yeah, we have to get off work earlier than usual, and that's why it's hard for us to branch out down there into the DFW area. But
For
We do
sure.
get into Plano and McKinney. We played at Love and War, and we played at Hanks there in McKinney. Some cool spots. There's a lot of cool spots down there. We
Yeah,
love
no
getting-
doubt about it. And the fans are fanatical.
Yeah, there's
they know
great-
what they want.
Great music fans in Texas and
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma alike.
No doubt about it. Here, these small areas, I think it's just a matter of just getting the word out, just telling people it's there. Because I've told folks about some of my volunteer efforts, and they've responded with enthusiasm. Whoa, okay, I didn't know such and such event existed. I know there was yoga going on Main Street in Denison, for example.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
neat.
it's people want to know. It's just a matter of just getting the exposure out there.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely,
So-
I think there's a lot of cool events and stuff going on. And I think these smaller towns are definitely trying to bring a lot of activities and fun stuff for people to do, and it's really neat for sure.
Yeah, there was someone in a podcast I once heard, and I don't know who it was. I can't put the face to it. But they said that they believe that small towns will be the future. Because it used to be, right, a small town kind of lacked amenities.
Yeah.
Or it was out of the way, and there weren't that many jobs. But these days, most small towns are well-rounded.
Mm-hmm.
You've got entertainment opportunities. You've got shopping, right?
Yeah, the casino and brings a lot of jobs and a lot of people here too. So
Yeah, up
that's-
here, right?
Yeah.
On these streets, yeah.
And they bring a lot of money to town for sure.
No, I believe it. And there is Southeastern Oklahoma State
Yeah.
University right next door as
Yeah,
well.
college just started back up, so our population grew.
Oh, good.
I'm sure.
Good. And do they come out? Do they like to kind of partake in
Yeah.
Main Street and such?
They'll come out. They had like the Red Barn in Durant. They had a back to school party for the college kids on Friday night. Quite a few of them come out. They'll come out. And they go to Bubba's on Thursdays a lot. They have DJs and they have live music and stuff out there. Come here at the billiards place and over across the street at the Crown Pub, and yeah, we got a pretty good nightlife scene around here.
And I do like this place. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
dope.
cool.
Just
Yeah.
billiards.
Yep. A lot of pool.
It's great. You can just hang out with friends.
Yeah.
Chill atmosphere. Very relaxed.
Yeah, it's neat. I like it.
Oh,
I've only
yeah.
been here a couple times, but it's pretty cool place. I like playing pool.
How good of a shot would you consider yourself? Because I'm okay. I could sometimes carry a game pretty well.
I used to be
surprise myself.
Used to be pretty good. I hadn't played them too much lately. Back in the day, a couple years ago, I played every day for a long time. Yeah.
So you need a little bit of just touch up. Just
Yeah, I had
break the rust
had
a
it
little
down
bit.
pretty good. Yeah, give me a couple weeks, I can get back into it. I'm sure.
yeah, exactly. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
So, no, man. Well, it's been a blast talking with you. I'm excited to talk more in the future. I'm
Yeah,
excited
for sure.
to hear the new single.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I'm
appreciate
excited
that.
for everybody to hear it. Like I said, I think it'll be coming out. I don't know when this will be coming out, but it should be coming out around the middle of September. Second week of September is kind of what I'm looking at right now. We're
Coming
gonna
soon.
send it off to get it mastered and get it all packaged up. We already got the artwork done for it.
Nice.
From a guy down in Oklahoma City, Dalton Latham. He did a really good job on the artwork for us. We're holding it back, waiting to release it so everybody can see it, because I think they'll dig that too. And yeah, so it should be out around September 10th to 20th, in that range. And yeah, come out and see us at a show. Come out, check us out on Facebook, Wasetta Switch, Twitter, Instagram. We're on Twitter and Instagram, Wasetta Switch.
And I'll be sure to link y'all. Just to have,
iTunes
for
and
convenience.
Spotify. Yeah, I really appreciate it, David. Thanks a lot
No problem.
for
Great
chatting
talking
with
with
me.
you.
It's been fun.
Take care.